Welcome everyone to week 86 and 732 subscribers. Thank you very much for holding on this long. If you're not subscribed, slap a subscription. I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 1,000. We'll see what happens. Anyway, this is the build of the mancave stroke gymnasium. No, I suppose you could call it a mancave really. I've already got a mancave through that door there. That one's in the house. That's my that's mancave 1. This is mancave 2. So what's happened? Let's go and have a look. Good morning and welcome to Monday. Semi good news, semi sad news. The new bird, courtesy of Charles and his lovely wife, was attacked through the bars by something that was in the cage. We have a killer in the coop, and it killed the bird. So that's not very good, is it? Bloody hell. Killed on his second day. So, and it was a bird because there's some sheepish looks over there when I walked in this morning. They were all like wondering what was happening. So now we know. So later on this afternoon I'll give it a Christian burial, and that's the end of that bird, isn't it? Poor old Chi-Chi gone to the great chicken king in the sky. Yeah, if he was that good, he'd be looking after him, wouldn't he? Well, what else is happening that's semi good news? Cheer up from that one on a Monday morning. I've got to face Charles and his wife and tell him now. Bloody hell. Hope he don't ask me. Right, now rumour has it they're going to lay some blocks today. So let's go and have a look. So Monday morning, and what we're doing? Well, we've rolled the log over to one side to give us a bit of clearance. So they're going to dig out the footing now. There's nothing here, so it hasn't got to be straight or anything. Well, as long as it links in with that column and that column, that's all right. So they're doing that. We've got the base is going down here before they lay the concrete. And by the looks of it, it's just sitting there waiting for them to mix it and pour it in the relevant places. So how many people today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people today. So we should see some progress. Yeah, right. Keep on dreaming, Daniel. So what we're doing, we're packing that with bits of loose concrete and stones and gravel and goodness knows what else. Now, before you begin to worry about anything, you've got to remember that the load is off this beam here, and the beam's not going to move at all because this is the that'll have concrete on the stones to the all of this will be concrete, so it's not going to move. Plus it's on you've seen how hard this clay is. Well, we've got fantastic progress, haven't we? They've joined up the what do you call it, the tie beam, so they'll put formwork on that. Okay, let's try and do that video again because it wasn't very good the last time. So we've built up the base with stones and broken blocks. So we broke a block and shoved it all in there. The guys have laid some concrete in the ring beam just down there, just a little bit. But happily, I've started the block work down that wall. Now the finished floor level is it's 500 from where I'm standing, which is 500 off ground, which is almost where that block work stopped. So that's where we are at the minute. Now the way they do it over here and in Qatar and Dubai and Abu Dhabi, where I've been working, is they do a block row. They use dry blocks. They'll put that on a bed of cement, and then they'll force concrete inside the block holes like they've done there, and then they'll try and force it in the vertical joints. Crazy way of doing it, I know. I've tried to teach them how to do it properly, but generations of doing block work like this, they don't want to change. Now all of this block work is non-load bearing because it's actually on a concrete ring beam, so it's not going downward pressure, and there'll be a ring beam across the top, so there's no pressure from the roof, and this is impregnated with vertical and horizontal reinforcing bars, both linked into that beam, the top and the bottom. So the whole shooting match is non-load bearing, which is good news, isn't it? Why they do that? We're experimenting at the minute with solar powered external lights. Joy bought this 500 watt solar light. We put it around the back of the birds last night and it lit up everywhere, but it was wasted. That's 3,000 pesos, man. It was wasted, no one could see it. So what we've done, we placed it there just for a test, and we're going to light the front of the house and see what that looks like at night. 500 watts, it should do quite well, shouldn't it? Anyway, we'll see. I'll give you a little video of it tonight. There's old Max in the Philippine garage, in the Philippine shade, because it's Philippine hot. Right, to make life easier, we're using blocks to act as the formwork at the bottom. So we'll just fill that with concrete. It'll go against the blocks. I'll leave the blocks in position. End of story. There we are. Slapping a bit of mortar in to get it up to the required height. Then we'll lay that course up to the string, fill in the bits in between the blocks and the blocks themselves. All the way down there we've done, as you can see. Makes us quality control, giving it the canine eye. I've not taught him anything about quality control, because that's what I used to do when I was back in business. I was a QA manager for several multinational firms, so if you need any quality control, let me know. Our rates are quite reasonable. Of course, you have to be able to turn the blind eye every now and then, which is what I'm doing now, but it'll work. It'll work. I took Sepeka into the vets this morning. He's got this red bit of skin that hangs on the top of his head, and it kind of leans over to one side, and they go hard eventually. Well, his has gone hard, and it's causing the skin underneath the eye to move downwards, so the eye underneath the flap is relatively blind. Well, as he's only 3 years old and they live till they're 6 or 7 or 8, if they're fairly unmolested, he's going to be blind for half his life. Well, that's no use, is it? So I went down the vet this morning to get it reduced, and they said that they only do dogs and cats. Kind of a vet's that? So we rang their boss and he said, oh no, bring it down here tomorrow and I'll have a little look at it and see what I can do. So I'm going down there tomorrow with him, which is a bit of a pain because it's like 20 minutes away in the car, I might add. Then you've got to fanny around while you're there, and it's 20 minutes back. It's a good hour and a bit out of your day. But it's nothing compared with the problem that bird's got, so I'll suffer it. Alright, let's get on with having a look at what works the guys have done today. Tuesday's events, what time is it? 12:30. The guys are at lunch now. We've put up the formwork around this corner. I think we've laid a little bit of concrete down on that corner, and we've levelled this a little bit to get to roughly some kind of a flat surface. I think we've got 6 guys here this morning, so well, I'm hoping for a little bit more progress this afternoon. At close of play, we have all of the ring beam at the bottom concreted from there all the way round. Obviously that bit done as well. So all of that's now been done except the CR. That's not important just yet. That's all been concreted, and we've done a little bit of block work here. So we've now done 2 sides. 1, 2. We can all count, can't we? Let's try again. 1, 2. And I just had a word with the foreman. That's the old man. He said tomorrow they'll do block work down there. Right, now what me and Max are going to have to do is water the plants over there. This takes an hour. It's 5:10 and it goes dark about 6, so I've got to get a shift on. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. There you go, that's how you do it properly. That's how you do it. Fill it full of cement in the middle, in the joints, prod it down so it's all compacted. Job's a good one. So what we've done this morning, we've put concrete inside this and done the joints, and we've done that row. Look at that. So that's now that is, I've just had confirmed by the old man, that is in fact the finished floor level inside that height. So they'll be bringing materials from their other sites and sticking it in there to build it up to that level. Well, here's an idea for you. Now, as I said, the ground level is up to the top of the second block. What if we put the floor level up to the level of the first block? Now what that'll do, that'll make Marvin won't have to bring as much material into here. In fact, he's probably got enough as it stands. Round here we'll have a walkway, you see, 1.5 meters. That can be any height it likes. It can be 200, 300, it doesn't matter. That can be any height he likes. But the inside height can also be any height it likes. So if we take it up to 1 block, we've got enough materials in there, and it makes it more sensible at this end, because instead of having an entrance there at that height, you got 1 block down. Okay, we'd have to remove those blocks there, but that's no big deal, is it? So you could have the patio starting at halfway up that first block, couldn't you? Much more sensible. So I'll see Marvin tomorrow, hopefully. He'll have some drawings, can talk over that with him, and there you go. Progress has been made. Well, I turned me back for a few minutes. We had the remote control door subcontractor here because it wasn't working. So he's fixed it now, so we now know who goes to the gates and we can open them, and so that's good. And then I came on site to have a look what's going on, and just look. So we've poured the concrete inside the column to there. We're doing that one now. We're doing this one now. And we're doing that one now. So really, progressing quite well. So, because it's a tight fix, he pours it onto his spade, and then he shovels it in there using his the trowel, and then when he's got enough in there, he bangs it with that reinforcing bar, I guess, or a piece of wood, just to make sure that it's gone down the bottom like that. There's the guy doing the back at the back. So tomorrow, when what's his name? Marvin. When Marvin turns up, oh, here we go. Proof if proof were needed. There you go. So when Marvin turns up, we'll agree the fact that we're going to do this at a lower level. One of those rows will have to be taken off because that's where the door is. The only other bit of confusion we've got going on is this bit here, where the step's going to be to go into the house. Maybe we'll have a round one, maybe we'll have a diagonal one. Diagonal one maybe is a nice idea, isn't it? Say from there to there, just raise it up so you walk down here on one level, half a step, and you're in. Well, good morning to everyone on a Thursday morning. 6 guys here today. We've got one guy is digging the foundations to the bathroom. We've got 2 guys digging out the cesspit, 1.8 by 2 by I think it goes down 1.8, so that's there. I'll talk to Marvin whether it's a bit near those foundations there for the earth not to collapse in, but Marvin will sort that out anyway. And then we've got a helper, and we've got 2 guys there making the steel work, or the reinforcing, to go into both these 2 areas. Marvin's due this afternoon, I'm told, or sometime today at least. A few things to talk about. We've got the final layout of the electricity, elevations. What else has he sent me? Well, the PowerPoints and the lighting, then the elevations, Then we're going to discuss this height of the floor. We're going to discuss what's happening over there, doorway. And then just one or two little builders things, and that's it. He can then go, can't he? So I'll leave these guys to it for the time being, but that's what they've done this morning, and it's only 9:15. Is that right? Yeah, it's only 9:15, so they've done well. The old man's making the reinforcing to the foundations to the bathroom. We're doing it all in one piece with stirrups, yeah, and that will just slot into the hole he's made. Concrete it up nice and firm. Yeah, very good. Here we see the footing, for want of a better word, that will be cast in the slab to allow the wall to be built off the edge of the slab. Did I explain that very well? Do you all know what that is? We're going to pour concrete in there. This will reinforce the edge of the slab, and then we will build off of that to build this wall and the wall with the door. There you go, that was better, wasn't it? Now I'm going to try and show you this. We've got this half. This half is relatively laid out to the level that we want. You can see the string that goes across. So we've got this base of compacted soil and stones down to one high, and then by the time we've added a layer of gravel, the rebar and the concrete for the floor slab, we'll be up to 1.5 slabs, so 1.5 blocks, so it'll be half a block below what we've got there. That'll be the finished floor height with the floor tiles. So what this guy's doing now is just putting the finishing bit to get this. Oh, fuck's sake. So what our friend is doing now is just making it all the same level. Anything that's overly high like this, we're digging it out, putting it in a bag and slapping it somewhere else. Would appear it's going there. Mind you, there's always, this won't be thrown away because this area I'm standing in, the WC, that's got to be raised to the same height as that. And then there's the walkway around the outside of the building, that's got to be raised. So whatever they do here is not wasted. We've put the rebar back, put the rebar in and linked it into the main structure for the wall to the WC. And we were just discussing that this morning, weren't we? Well, everyone agreed with me that that was a bit too near the foundations to go down 1.8 meters. This lot would just collapse into it. So the new position, as I knew all along, was over there. So we started digging that. I'm not too bothered about that at all, because once the landscapers get in here, I suspect all this will be ripped up and we'll be having concrete laid, because who wants to come down the back here with a lawnmower? So I can actually foresee all this being concrete, but we'll have to see. Right, so in fact, any ideas about what we can do behind here, we'll be grateful. I will be very grateful as to your comments. Joy, I'm trying to do a video here. Now, as you can see this morning, we have a compactor and they are busy compacting the soil. I think he's gone away to get some steel work or some reinforcing bars to make the mesh, and then he's and then we're up to pouring concrete maybe tomorrow if the rebars come. The little guy is mixing concrete, and the old man is first of all he's pouring water in the foundations. A bit later on, we've now laid the first course of blocks onto the newly laid foundation, and we've put a bit of soil up behind the blocks, and we have been doing a little bit more levelling. Steel work has arrived earlier on today, just after I finished recording that last time, and I guess we'll be using that for putting the mesh down later on this afternoon. Right, this is my third journey down to the vets with Sir Peckalot, and let me just show you why I'm taking him. Show the nice people your head. Nice, come here. Whoa! It's blind, you see, can't do so at all. So it's got this floppy bit on the top of his head, right, that's gone hard. Let me try and pick him up again. There you go. There you go. Can you show him your eye? Yeah, he likes a bit of fuss. He likes a bit of fuss, don't you? Hey? Whoops, don't fall off. Even if I go around this side. Come here, come here. I can't really show him because he won't let me do it. But whereas he's got a full eye open there, on the other side, can I show you? Look, stodgy. So we're going to try and cure that for him today, aren't we, hey? Well, I've just come back from the vets. Poor old Peckalot's still got a bit of blood on his head. I've just washed him under the tap. So after a 20-minute journey, I got to the vets. There he is with his floppy bit of head, ready. Then it comes off, and there he is without it, looking a lot happier. You can see, look, you can see out of that eye now, so he's well happy. There you go, look at that. Still got some steels left, so that's good. There's the old zigzag, drilled into the surrounding blocks as a support. Yeah, so then they'll be doing the wire, the tie-in wire. They've already started over there in isolated patches. They've done the tie-in wire to hold the horizontal and the vertical bars together. But I reckon that's taking shape. There you can see Max over there. Don't know what's wrong with the animals this week. He's trod on something and he's limping. We had a bird fatality on Monday. We had So Peckalot's head yesterday, now Max has done himself in. Oh my good night. I think he's stood on a sharp object. There's lots of them around where I'm standing at the minute, so it's not surprising, is it? I've had a look, can't see anything. There's no wound. There's nothing sticking in that I can see. If it carries on, I'll take him to the vet next week. Right, what's happening on Saturday morning then? Well, as you can see, we're just laying a base, just scattering a base course of stones down, and we've started the concrete. You can see. So if you go back to the start of this video and just compare what this looked like, there was mounds of earth, wasn't there? There was mounds of earth and wood and everything else on top. Now look at it. What a difference a week makes, animal wise and building wise. Well, it's supposed to be a showery day today. One or two little isolated showers. You can see it's very cloudy and overcast. I don't think the solar power is going to be charging up to 100% today. So Marvin's here today. Marvin, give us a wave. There he is. That's the boss. And the boss's boss is that one there. That's his dad. Mr. Foreman. Yeah. Give us a wave. You will speak the English. So we've got the he's putting in all the bits of metal to tie the... I'll show you how they do it. Yeah. See how fast that was? Well, I'm going in for a cup of coffee. Ebbs is here, so she's going to make me an egg breakfast. Now I've got tons of eggs. And that's the status as of Saturday morning. I'll do another one later on today. It'll probably only show a little bit more concrete, but and then I'll post it for you guys. So if I don't see you, where's the camera? So if I don't see you again, have a great time, have a great weekend, and in fact have a great week next week. On Monday I might be looking at some equipment for the mancave. I've actually started to buy stuff. I bought a dartboard, I bought a cover that goes around the dartboard. We've got some darts. I know which the pool table we're going to get, and that guy's all ready to make it and install it once I give him the money. I've ordered, or we're about to order, the settees, something again for the dartboard, the bar. Wait till you see the bar, Mr. and Mrs. You'll love it. We know the colour scheme, so it's not going too bad at the minute for planning wise. So anyway, that's all for the future. I wish you all a great week. Have a fantastic time, everybody. Hope your luck holds out, and I'll see you all next week. And don't forget, please, 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 if you could subscribe if you've made it this far, and can you share, because I'm still not getting my 1,000, and I would appreciate that. It doesn't cost anything. All right then, take care everybody.